Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to New Forest Morphs. Jad and I are back in the facility. It's Monday morning and we've had a good clean all the way through, Jad. And I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend, Remembrance Weekend. It was very uplifting for us. We had family visiting from the US. And Jad's had a bit of illness in his family, but they're now getting stronger and better. And now we're able to make some more movies. So thank you so much for your patience. I know we didn't put any content out last week, but sometimes the family health issues can sometimes have an impact on the productions that we do. But I think we're both in good health now, and I think we should be back into video mode. So Jad, you had a lovely pickup on Friday. Do you want to tell us about your pickup, and I'll get the video of
it came from a guy called Eddie from Sunbury Serpents, and I've gone for a Mojave yellow belly GHI 100% het hypo 50% het clown, and she's a beauty. She's about 700 grams, and she came in and she looks absolutely stunning.
Excellent, Jad. And she's in quarantine at the moment, and I've got a little video to share with the community. I'm just see if I can get it on. Let me see if I can restart this. Let me just go back a second, and we'll just come out of here. And I think if I can show you this video, let's go in now. So get the sound working. There you go, Jared. Really het hypo from Sunbury Serpents. It's a female, and it arrived on Friday morning. So thank you very much for sending that through to us. And let's have a look at the animal and see how she's doing. And you can see there she is. Isn't she just beautiful? So she's in quarantine at the moment. This is Jared's choice. So looking forward to getting that into the hypo. And you can see how brilliant the yellow belly, the Mojave and the GHI work together. You can see those lovely hooks on the dorsal, and she's a good sized girl. I don't think she'll take long to get up to size, so an exciting project for Jared to get his teeth into. Okay, that's all for now.
Oh, there we go. And in real life she's even more bright.
She's lovely, and we've got to decide which boy we're going to put to her, but I think we've got a couple of candidates, Jad.
Yeah.
And we'll show you those in a second. But Jad also sent me what a yellow belly Mojave GHI hypo looks like, and it's off the charts, Jared, isn't it beautiful? Let's have a look at that. I think that's a really, really pretty snake, Jared. So you get the hypo into the GHI Mojave with yellow belly. Can you see how the dorsal brightens up with the yellow belly? And I think that's going to be lovely, and I think you could probably do some other things with it. It's also 50% het for clown.
Yeah.
So carrying the yellow belly, if it does prove out to be a clown and a hypo, we could put a gravel clown to her in the future, and that would give us the potential of some highway hypo GHI clowns, which could look insane. And I think this is the look of the Mojave GHI hypo on its own without the yellow belly, and that looks beautiful on its own right, doesn't it, Chad?
Yeah, I really like it.
So we're really pleased that we've got the GHI going into the hypo and into the rest of our collection, and we'll probably be using her every year to get that GHI into the different genetics. So let's just discuss the boys that could go to her, Jad. So we've got Archie, who's just shed out, and just an update on how the Coco husk is doing, Jad. How are you finding the Coco husk?
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's a lot easier. The snakes are enjoying it. Humidity's better.
I think so.
Smell in the room's better.
Yeah, so here's Archie. Now he's just shut out, and you'll see how beautiful he is. Now he could be carrying the pied as well, but that is a fire hypo, and it's 50% het for pied. And he's a lovely looking boy, isn't he? Isn't he beautiful? He loves his new setup, Jad. He loves the Coco, and I'm finding that all the snakes are enjoying the Coco, Jad, and that's really, really good news. I mean, we do have some baby hypo boys that obviously when they're big enough. So let's have a look and see what we've got in terms of the hypo boys. So here we've got a pastel hypo fire. I think it's very similar to Archie. See, he's putting on good weight. Nice and bright, Jad. So a firefly hypo. So you can get the pastel into that as well if you wanted to. And I don't think it'll take him long to get up to size. In fact, he'll get up to size when the female's up to size, so that could work out quite well. And then this one here, which is a pastel hypo without the fire. So there's another possibility that we could use this boy. And again, these are 66% het for pied. It'd be nice to get the clown, Hypo Clown in there as well. So
This guy's a nice one.
and then this one here is a Fire Pastel Hypo, 66% hat.
It's taking a little while to get on food, but
Yep, he's getting there, isn't he? So yeah, beautiful little boy, some nice markings. And is this another Hypo?
no, that one's not a Hypo.
That one's not a Hypo.
That one's just a pastel. This is the Hypo.
Oh, that's the Hypo. This one's 66% Hypo. Very pretty. And this one is the, I think that one's a Fire Hypo, is it?
Maybe, yeah.
It looks like very fiery to me. So another beautiful looking boy. So we hit quite a few boys there, Jared. Is that a boy? I think no, it's a female.
Girl, that's a girl.
This is a girl. So there we go. So the Hypo is starting to come in nicely, which is really, really good. Now on the baby front, Jared, is there anything that you feel is progressing really well that we can just show on here? Because I've got here,
There's a lot of them in shed.
are they going into shed?
This one's not.
This one's doing well, isn't it? So this is the spot nose girl, and looks really pretty, Jared.
Yeah, and her sibling as well.
Now I was looking at spot nose and Exantic, Jared. Have you seen a spot nose Exantic?
No.
They are something else, and I was watching a video the other day where someone produced a spot nose Exantic, and it looked absolutely gorgeous, Jared. So I think we're going to have to get the spot nose into the Exantic project, that's for sure. So let's see how the other baby's settling in. So we've got here another pickup.
We bring him to the table.
Bring it to the table if you like.
Get him in the light.
So you can see how this one's doing. So this one I think is settling in nicely. This is the Het Puzzle Orange Dream Black Pastel Fire Het Puzzle. Is he going into shed?
Yeah.
So even when he's in shed he looks pretty bright. But he looks chunky and happy in there, Jared. And I think what I'll do is I'll just dampen his bedding down a little bit. Just get that in there.
Yeah, the Coco absorbs water quite well, so
Yeah.
you can give it a good amount and it will.
Yeah. So I think what we'll do is we'll just give that a little
I've
bit.
done that bit.
Oh, you've done that bit. Well done, Jared. We'll just top up his
And
water.
you can see as well, like the moisture in the tub.
Yeah. The humidity is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
He's got a nice little ring, hasn't he, at the back?
yeah, he's quite a firecracker though. He feeds really well, and I don't think it'll take him very long. And I think it is actually a male, isn't it? It's a boy.
Yeah, it's a little boy,
Yeah.
puzzle boy.
Yeah. So that's good. We do have 2 or 3 other snakes coming later in the month. Just waiting patiently for the suppliers to organise the couriers. So hopefully we'll give you some more updates on some new additions. I'll just plug them back. So I wanted to give you an update that we had another lovely family come last week, Jared, that was showing an interest in a few of our snakes. And we've got a lovely snake here, which I wanted to show for the benefit of the lady that's buying this. This is a wonderful looking albino, which is actually 50% het for clown, and it has some crazy patterns, Jared, doesn't it? Look at the crazy patterns on it. It could have leopard in there as well, so it may have the leopard gene in there. But she's eating small Maltese at the moment, isn't she? And she's doing well, Jared?
She's actually took a fluff.
Did she take a
She
fluff?
took a rat fluff.
So let me just show you how beautiful she is, and we're going to get her up to 100 grams before she goes. But a lovely lady called Nat has picked this beautiful animal up from us, and she's looking forward to picking this up when it's ready. And her partner has also picked up 2 snakes from us as well, Jan, which I was going to show you how they're doing as well. And they're almost up to breedable size now. So I think beautiful animals. And the lovely thing about the hobby is you get to meet some lovely new interesting people from different backgrounds. And what I loved about this family is they were very sensitive to the animals, Jared, incredibly sensitive. It's Nat and Matt, so we want to thank you for coming to our facility and enjoying their snakes. And just put this one back. I'll just show you the pair. I think Matt wants to get into breeding, and he's reserved a couple of snakes for his breeding. He has done breeding before, Jared, so he's got some experience. And I was looking at the way he was not handling the snakes, if you know what I'm saying. He was very sensitive to them and very, very aware of their needs. And I think when you see that in a new breeder coming through, it makes you feel so happy, because you know that any snakes that they buy off you are going to be well taken care of and well looked after. And that's a very important part of this hobby, is feeling that bond and trust is very important So if you can just pass me the hook, Jared, I'll just show you how we're doing here. So the pair that Matt has reserved is Tyson. Now Tyson is a beautiful boy. You can see he's on Coco husk at the moment. He's about 3 years old. He is a Enchi het desert ghost boy, and he could be carrying cryptic as well, Jared. He might be blessed with the cryptic gene. Now, if he is, there's an opportunity to do a lot with this boy, because cryptic and clown are allelic, which means that you can put them together and produce cryptons if he is carrying the cryptic. But the DG is the beautiful genetic in him, het genetic, and then his wife is actually over here. Now the wife is...
She's an Enchi.
She's an Enchi het DG girl. You can see she's eating really well. Both of them are Encarnacio, and she's about 3 years old as well, I think. She's loving the Coco husk. She took a medium-sized rat, Jared. So, and I think her weight is coming on nicely. We could just weigh her and see what her weight is like. Just get the scale. There we go. If you want to set those to 0. I'm guessing she's not far off 1500. I'd say she's about 1450.
1330.
1330. So she's only a couple of hundred off. And she does look lovely, doesn't she, Jared? And she's carrying the Enchi, which means that they can produce some super Enchis and super Enchi desert ghosts. And if they both carry cryptic, they could also produce cryptics as well. So that's a very interesting and exciting project for Matt and for Nat to get into. And I think we're looking forward to the next time they come, Jared, to pick up their snakes. So let's have a little look and see how other snakes are doing. Now, looking at last month's locks, Jared, we've got the lock board up there. We're into breeding. Now, one or two of our breeders who we're supporting, the new breeders, are getting some lovely locks. So I'll just show you a picture of Mark and Callum. Have sent me some lovely pictures of their locks, and they're doing really well. Their snakes are settling in nicely, and I'll just show you a couple of pictures. So if we can get the locks. There we go, there's a lovely picture of a lock. Is that lovely? One of the first locks for them of the season, so it's lovely to see, and it looks really pretty. And then we've got, I think, a video as well, which I sent. That's fine. And we've also got Amy's also starting to pair, and she gave me some exciting news last week, Jared, where she feels that one of her girls might be giving her a clutch of eggs, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. It seems like it's a bit early. It may be that she's carrying retained sperm from last season, because I did put Bowser to one of her girls, and didn't see a lock, but they could have locked, so we'll let you know how that's going as well. And then the other good news is the beautiful banana on stream snake that was picked up by Harry's family. He's named the snake George, Jared, and it's settling in well. They're learning how to get the temperatures right, the humidity, and we've been contacting one another over the last few days, just twigging things and getting the ambient temperatures right, the humidity right. And I think this is where we can support new breeders coming into community or new keepers and give them that little bit of love and support, Jared, to make the transition really well. So I think that's all going particularly well. So should we have a look at a few snakes, Jared, and see what's going on?
Sure.
So I think what we'll do is we'll just have a look at the locking record for last month, and let's see what we've got amongst our pairs. And you can see these are the locks from last month. Now we tend to do locks once every month, don't we, Jared? Is what we tend to do. So we're now at the beginning of the first week, second week in November. So we're going to wait for the stormy weather to come before we lock. And also we'll do some ultrasounding to see how big the follicles are going. But some of our exciting girls that are building, let me show you Calypso, Jared. She's loving her Coco husk. She is reconditioning really well, and she's starting to get back into shape. She gave us a lovely clutch last year. So we're hoping that she'll carry on feeding, building, reconditioning, and then we will check her follicles probably next week, Jad. I think we'll do that. But she seems to be settling in well. The DG girl seems to be enjoying her bedding. You can see how beautiful she is. Enchy DG. And there she is. She's eating medium-sized rats. She looks absolutely gorgeous.
She's massive.
And she's already locked with Thor, so we shall carry on with that project. Thor is our exantic pied. She's doing really well. Kelly is our potential het ultramale girl that's a pied, and I think she's eating really well. Everything seems to be eating well, Jared. See, she's just starting to go into shed. She's on the hot spot. She took a nice size prey item, and we're going to try and prove her out and see whether she is producing us some ultramale pieds, which she could. We'll put Colt to her. We'll keep building her up. Now Zag is a female that we're making available to any new breeders. So we haven't bred with her yet, but she is getting into good reconditioning size, Jared. Let's have a look at her. So she is a beautiful bamboo, and she's up to breedable size. Probably needs a few more meals to get her really into good condition. But she is het for ultramale, and she may also be het for exantic. So there is another opportunity there for a new breeder who wants to get into the project. Mango's going into shed. She's our very, very beautiful pastel clown that's carrying lesser, and you can see she's going into shed. Again, she's eating well, reconditioning well, and I think many of the girls from last year are actually getting in good condition, so she's doing well. Tess, she's building nicely as well. Let's have a look at her. She's enjoying her water bowl. You can see how she's cooling her tail. But she's the spot nose Het Clown girl, and she's carrying vanilla. So I think I'd like to produce some more Batmans with her if we can, Jad. So she's up to size, doing well. And we're enjoying the Coco husk. Bubbles, she's on Coco. Let's have a look and see how she's doing. She is our lesser Enchy clown girl, and she's enjoying her water bath, cooling and building. They're doing well. Right, let's move across to the other big girls. See how Moneypenny's doing. So Moneypenny is kickback, and what we're finding, Jared, is a lot of the snakes are in kickback mode, aren't they? They like to use their hides to cool down. So there's two ways they can cool down. They can come down to the cool end and wrap around the water bowl or go in the water bowl, or they can jump on top of the hide and get cooler that way. So we do like to see hides in there, it gives them options. So Moneypenny, she's a double het hypo pied, and we're hoping to produce some hypo pies with her. This girl here gave us a beautiful exantic clutch. She's a super pastel, and her name is Lala. She's het for pied, and again we'll probably produce some more exantic. Well, we'll produce some more pies that are het for exantic, Jan. I think they were very popular. Bella is your big project. See how she's doing. She loves the Coco husk, and we'll just show you how she's progressing. So putting on good size. She's about 17 to 1800 grams, and we're going to put your gravel boy to her as soon as her follicles are up to size. And you've decided, Jan, to put Monty to her, haven't you?
Monty, yeah.
And I think the reason for that is because you want to put the extra pastel in there, because you want the pastel to go into the
highway clowns.
It's very important to have that, so
yeah.
Jad's keen to do that. We do have another male that's available for sale, and this one is a really beautiful boy. See how he's doing. So that is Elvis. He's a pastel cinnamon pied boy, and a proven breeder several times over. So if anybody would like to pick up a beautiful male, he will be available. So they're all doing well. Now let's have a quick look on this side, Jad, and see how these animals are doing. Let's look at Ebony. She's our hypo girl. Looking great. building nicely, feeding on small rats at the moment, getting her up to size. She's nearly up to size, Jared. She's also 66% het-for-pied, so hopefully we can produce some beautiful firefly hypopieds. Binky Jester and Boo Boo Noodle. This is our double het ultramale clown project, and they've both shed out, both enjoying the cocoa husk, and you can see the influence of the ultramale on the richness colours of the animal. You can see how rich they are. They've got a nice rosy red about them, and that's the ultramale coming through on the het form. And they're really enjoying their cocoa husk. This girl here wants to eat all the time. She just shed out, Jared, and you can see that she's doing well, building nicely, good sized follicles. Again, enjoying the cocoa husk. What we found is we need to get bigger bowls, Jared, because the shallow bowls, they tend to spill them onto the cocoa husk, so we're going to get some deeper bowls going in there. So that's doing well. The other project that we're excited about is the GHI project. And this is a double het girl, Maria. Again, they transferred nicely onto Coco, and you can see how beautiful they look. Double het, and this is the leopard double het here.